So what we're doing tonight is we're doing Guilty Gear plus R replay, however you want to pronounce it. So when we do our Guilty Gear tournaments in SoCal, we actually do them with local recordings instead of an actual stream. And that's because the stream would start way too late, or you know, we would be waiting way too late. We have to rely on actual group, like, you know, the place we're holding it to upload the streams on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. We do it this way. We're in control. We put it all through. We can comment on everybody's single match. So that's why we're doing it this way. If you're interested in following this kind of thing, I do it every Thursday where we go over our local recordings that we've had here in SoCal. Tonight we actually had one of our biggest turnouts in a while. We had 25 entrants. It was our closing for Super Arcade. So we were holding stuff at Super Arcade. We're going to have a different venue, and we're going to be set up at a new venue too. But for now, this one we had 25 entrants, so it was really awesome. If you're interested in checking out anything else I do, I also have been playing arcade mode or story mode of old fighting games, just to kind of go through all the endings and just see what those are. Usually on the hardest difficulty, and it's really, really, really frustrating, but it's fun. I think I died to Raiden like 88 times or something like that in Fatal Fury 1 the other night. But also I do RPGs on Sundays. I upload all that kind of stuff to my YouTube channel anyway, so you can check all that out. You'll see all that stuff there too. Hey, I'm glad you are, man, because I often can't catch the Japanese streams for Plus R that happen at 3:30 a.m. over here. But I really appreciate you watching, man. If you guys want to help out, you know, I do accept bits and subscribers. That's awesome, but that's not really what I ask for. What I want is clips. You get good clips of stuff like that, and you can share those clips around. That helps me way more than giving me bits or subscribers. Though, thank you very much, Dirty K, or Dirty. I always mess up your name, Dirty Gaming UK. Thanks a lot, Dirty Gaming UK, for subscribing so far. Also, if you're interested in getting into this game, because this is kind of, these tournament recordings are supposed to be a really good springboard to help you kind of get more into this. We do have a great Discord server. The Discord server, we do a lot for helping people get into the game. It is kind of a tough game to play, but if you take everything in steps, and you can have fun every step of the way. As long as you learn the most basics of it, you'll have a lot of fun in this game. We got a ton of people in the Discord who want to help you get better at the game. We've got all sorts of resources. Lots of people talk about it. We're just passionate about getting people into it. Whoa, Juno, whoa. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of resources. We also organize people to meet up online, so you can play people online there as well. And also, we organize locals across North America. So if you're interested in getting into the game locally, like going and meeting somebody in your general area, you can find that too. So all of that's in the Discord, and also all the stuff I'll upload to YouTube. Really easy to find. You can also find the YouTube right here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and rock on this. We got our tournament starting. Like I said, we had 25 entrants this night. To start off, we have Mike Z, Mech and Windyman, / Gordon, to buy there. Stuff, Tronzilla, RS, Dyne, Tofu, Devita, Red Witch, Bang, Reis, Midi, Fifi, Hursh, good seeing Hursh again, Weatherbee, JMZ, DQRF, Juno, ClassicFightingGamer, hey, that's me, Aligari, Sanoshi, Morgan, and Diar. So lots of players here tonight. Hopefully you didn't do the math. I hope that adds up to 25. If it's not 25, then I'm a liar. Big fat liar. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first match here. So our first match here is going to be Mech versus Windyman. And let's get this started here. Windyman is our May player. He mostly plays CVS2. That's his main fighting game. We just had a CVS2 tournament at Super Arcade as well. I think he got like second or third place or something like that. I think second place. So awesome job for him, considering like Silent Scope and a bunch of other people were there too. They had like 18 entrants. But he plays May as well. He knows a lot of dirty tactics from just playing the game in general. Let's turn the volume up on this a little bit here. There we go. So as we can see here, Windyman versus Mech is doing those dolphin checks. Now, May can cross you up in the corner with her dolphin setup. That dolphin setup has really, really weird cross-up stuff going on. So she'll do like a dolphin, it'll go around. and it could either be right on top of you, in front of you, or behind you, just like between a pixel. So it's really difficult to tell if it's going to cross you up. And sometimes it can even cross up in the corner in certain circumstances. So Mei is actually really good against getting around Justice's bombs. Justice bombs are some of the hardest things to deal with in this game when you're fighting Justice specifically. Because Justice bombs, she can hold the button and hold multiple buttons and just keep having them out there while they're on screen. But Mei can just 3K underneath all of them. That's her slide. So her slide's going to be right underneath it. She's also got really heavy stun damage. So you'll see some stun-specific combos where they're going specifically for stun just to knock out the other player. She's got her Beast Cannon there. Rest of rolling. Mei's 6P, the one where it's the charged up punch, does a ton of stun. There's some funny videos of people getting stunned like right at the round start with something like that. So it's currently 1-1 between the rounds here. There, see, we go slide right underneath the bombs. Even if you end up trading, it's worth it to get through those bombs too. And because Justice can detonate those bombs on command, not just when they hit, just by letting go of the button, you can still hit Mei during a 3K. So it's kind of not always reliable to do 3K underneath them. I'll get hit with a 5D from that. That was really weird looking interaction there. Oh, messed up that attack. Should have done jump H instead of jump D. Stuck in the corner. Windyman's doing an overhead kiss. That's a running throw. It's a command grab where when you get close you throw, of course. But also it has strike and throw invul at the start. Justice sitting on full meter here. And Mei doesn't have very much health. But once Mei gets 50%, she'd be easily... Oh, that's going to be... Oh! Oh! Didn't capitalize on a messed up burst. Ooh, missed the overhead kiss just because Justice was blocking another attack at the exact same time. That was really lucky. Man, Mech, don't lose this. You had it. Oh, there you go. Okay. 1 point there for Mech. That was really interesting. She did overhead kiss right when the dolphin hit, so the command grab actually didn't work. But 1 point here for Mech. Now Mei's 3K, her slide, she's very low profile during the whole bit of it, including the recovery. So it's important to kind of practice the recovery on it to see what you can do to actually attack her through it, because you can't always attack your normal stuff through it. Nice throw. Oh, was able to get bursted there. And able to get around it. Does an overhead kiss. The combo after an overhead kiss requires all sorts of weird charge partitioning. At least the optimum combo that I see. So you'll see Windyman, he's still learning it. But in the meantime, he tries to rely on more consistent damage in tournaments. So when he does the overhead kiss, he'll do things like combo it into a super. You want to see a really good Mei. Faith on H plays. Faith on H was also at EVO this year. You can see him play there, and there's a really good Mei player in Japan named Kadako as well. Nice counter hit there, but wasn't able to capitalize on that. Counter hits, of course, make it so that the opponent takes a much longer time to recover. So if you see or hear that counter hit notice, you really got to capitalize on it. You could do way more combo opportunity than you would have normally had. Nice overhead kiss into super. Oh, didn't do the super there. It's probably accidental. Now, it's tough getting around those bombs. A lot of characters, their main solution to get around the bomb is a force break move. So, like, if you got a fast travel move, like Johnny's Jackhound, you know, to get Jackhound transport, whatever that's called, you can get through that way. Or if you're biking, you can do triple tatami mat. So a lot of force break options are good options to get around Justice Bombs. So because of that, you always want to have 25% meter in case you get knocked away. And Justices know this too. So if they see that you have that 25% meter, they'll be a lot more cautious about how they throw their bombs. But if you're further away and you don't have that meter, they'll be way more open about it. Like just playing it keen there. Trying to play it safe. Let's hit with another slide. That May Dolphin Hoop, actually, when you're charging it, it has a different amount of dolphins that come out, level 1, level 2, or level 3, based on how long you've been holding it. It might even have more than 3. Oh, nice throw there by Mech. Still got full meter. What's he gonna do with it? Always feels bad when you have like full meter and you die. You know, I feel like he could have used it for something. You know, maybe a dead angle or a force break or something. You know, he could have superior trance to get out. Just kind of playing it around there. It's both of them taking their time getting around, keeping that good distance. Good bomb placement there. Nice jump on that overhead kiss. Now, the animation for overhead kiss is exactly the same as her running animation. So if you see May running at you, it could be an overhead kiss. You don't want to challenge that move at all. It's like plus 20 after the Orca comes out, and it has hyper armor. So you can't dead angle. Well, you can't dead angle super, but I mean you can't dead angle that. You can't do a bunch of other stuff like that too to it. But anyway, so it ended up being Windyman who wins. Let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets again here. So Windyman versus Mech. Let's make sure we start the tournament here. That was Windyman versus Mech. And Windyman wins 2-1. Got a whole bunch of games queued up here. Let's go ahead and just change our buys just to get these out of the way. So we had Slash Gordon versus a buy. And we have Hursh versus a buy. Perfect. So let's go ahead and queue up our next match here. You know, Slashback is a pretty underutilized mechanic. It's really good. I'd love to see more people using it. Once you get some pretty Slashback heavy opponents, though, where like they start Slashbacking everything, you just mistime it a little bit, and they'll get hit. It's a lot more technical than like first strike or third strike parry, because it's only a 2-frame window instead of what, 6 frames for third strike, 7 frames. So right now we got Mech versus Midi. Mech is not Mech. It's Fifi versus Midi. What's going on here? Fifi versus Midi. Fifi's the Robo-Ky, and Mech is Midi. Fifi, Midi. Midi is the Kai player. Midi is well known for his Skullgirls play. At these local tournaments, we couple them with Skullgirls and with Vampire Savior at the same time. They put those on stream. Okay, so Fifi has a lot of meter to work with here. Now, Robo-Ky's normal or special moves do consume meter. Not just that super, but they normally use 10% of your meter when you're using those, and they kind of power them up when they do that. Nice counter dust there. Keeping him stuck in the corner. Not really letting him get out much. Okay, so Fifi now has 50% meter. So that's something when you're fighting Robo-Ky you want to keep in mind. If they've got the meter for it, and they're waking up from an attack, they could do their Dragon Punch super. The Dragon Punch super actually is just a Dragon Punch, but if you have 50% meter, it activates and does the whole super. One of the 2 characters in the game that has a delayed wake up. See, because of that. A lot of people don't think about it, but you know, different characters all have different wake up speeds, just naturally. Not just a delayed wake up. He also has the delayed wake up, but there are different wake up speeds that you want to keep in mind. So if you're trying to do something like, you know, you've got a punch that is, you're trying to make it active only the frame that they wake up. So if they do a Dragon Punch and their Dragon Punch move takes like 2 frames, and you're trying to time that perfectly, it's not as easy as that sounds, even though it doesn't sound easy, because different characters have different wake up times. So you really got like practice if you're trying to practice that kind of thing, which I've done, but not to as much extent as I'd like. If you're trying to practice that kind of thing, you gotta practice on every single character, just like you would every combo. So it's currently 1-1 in the rounds here. Fifi still has 50% meter. Nice FRC there. What a lot of people don't think is about Robo-Ky. Good point there. So Fifi gets a point. What a lot of people don't think about Robo-Ky is you see his super meter, and it's divided into like 10 little blocks. Just because it's divided into 10 blocks doesn't mean it's like just intervals of 10. It actually is a 100% type of meter, just like every other kind of meter. It just only shows those intervals of 10. So you could have, you know, 73% meter, but if you do, it's only going to show 70%. So once it gets to the 80, then it'll show the next chunk. And that's important because FRCs cost 25% meter. So you'll see when Robo-Ky has 2 blocks, but not 25% meter, it'll be red, like right there. So if it's red, that means he doesn't have enough to do a force break. Now he does because it's over 25%. So he also charges up his specials with his heat. So his heat ends up giving him more damage, more effects for some of his moves. But if he gets to 100% heat, he'll overheat and he'll explode. So you kind of want to be in a good sweet spot where you want to be over 80%, which is in that rev line. If you're over 80%, you get charged up moves. But you want to be less than 100%. You lose heat by using his exhaust move, which also gets charged up. And by default, Robo-Ky is at the 50% mark right there. It won't go below that. At the start of a round, it'll look like it's below it, but it's just kind of like a start of round warm-up kind of thing. So this move, it can go on ad nauseum until either he explodes from heat or he ends it himself. So you kind of want to watch the heat. You'll see when Robo-Ky does his other move where he does the self-detonation. With self-detonation, you can't explode from heat, but you have a timer that's going off. So you'll see them do that super until they end up exploding from the timer. That's a pretty cool combination for that. Good delayed wake up there. Midi really fishing with those overhead attacks. Oh, didn't work with Ride the Lightning. Now, Robo-Ky's super, his Dragon Punch super, you see that one right there, it only works, it only activates the super part if you actually connect. So if you don't connect, it don't do the super. Fifi ends up taking that one 2-0. So let's go back to our brackets here and we'll update this. So that was Fifi and Midi. Fifi wins 2-0. Now let's go ahead and queue up our next match here. You know, I hear of people who are interested in playing the game, and they've talked about it in the UK. I know UK is a big place. So, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that local to you, but I'd be happy to try and help people connect with that. That's why we do have a EU region, but I can make a UK region in the Discord too if you're interested in that, Dirty. So we've got Tronzilla versus Slash Gordon right now. Slash Gordon ended up not winning. He ended up getting top 8 in EVO 2018. So he did an awesome job. Got a little bit artifacting here. It's from the local recording video. And, Tronzilla, also a regular player in Majors. You'll see him a lot. Tronzilla's really strong with his bomb game. He knows exactly how to make different bombs ping-pong onto other ones and how to set all that up. And when you're blocking all of that, it's going to use a lot of meter just from those falls defending so you don't get chipped. Nice attack there. Now, Ino does have some pretty easy tricks to get around Justice Bombs because she's got such good mobility and good air mobility. But still, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy for that kind of thing to happen here. Slash Gordon takes the first point. No, you didn't miss your match yet from Diar. Yeah, and Aligari, you beat Diar the previous tournament, right? So I think you did really well last tournament. I think you lost to Jason D, and then you lost to Reis, and that was it. So, regarding Justice's Michael Sword, man, we're getting a lot of artifacting here. So Michael Sword's that move. Well, that's Michael Blade. That's the super. But Michael Sword is doable on the ground and also in the air. And because it's doable in the air, it means you could Tiger Knee it. The Tiger Knee version has 2 extra hits, like that. But also, it has landing recovery. So when you land, you're actually vulnerable for a set number of frames. Something like 8 frames. However, if you do an attack before you land, you don't get your landing recovery. So if you do Tiger Knee high enough, then you can do an attack before you land. Like you'll see Justice do, well, Justice get hit. Man, this artifacting's really rough here. So, if Justice does an attack on the way down, it'll actually prevent her from getting that landing recovery. So it actually ends up canceling out. You end up doing some pretty good stuff there with a Tiger Knee Michael Sword. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, I didn't get to see your match for why you ended up losing against Diar, but we'll find out what's going on here. Yeah, that's one thing that helped me. Like when I was fighting Mike Z, I uploaded that 1st to 50 that I did with him. 1st to 50. Really, it's him just beating me 50 times in a row. But spoilers. But no, I learned a lot from fighting Mike there. Man, this is getting pretty rough here. I've never seen an artifact this hard. Could have been when I was transferring the data. Really close. There goes Slash Gordon, ended up taking the first game there. It's interesting because I hear people talk, you know, there's game theory and then there's trying to apply that theory in real life, right? It's like, oh, it's easy, just do this to beat people. And people talk that way about Mike because the way Mike plays is simple. And I don't mean that in any sort of insult in the slightest. He plays simple. I mean, he kicked my ass 50 times in a row. So, but that simplicity works. And if you look at it as like, oh, he just does this, therefore I gotta do Y to counter it and I win. Yeah, go ahead and try it. That's not how you fight Mike. He uses the simplest answer to beat you, and then you just get fucked. Like, watch my match. It's like I do good stuff against him, and then I make a mistake once, and I'm dead. Because not only do I make the mistake and I take a ton of damage, but then I wake up next to him and he does 3-way Oki on me and I die. So it's pretty rough. Playing some good justice ball here. Ran out of meter. Tried to slash back multiple times just because he had nothing else. It's tough. A lot of times you want to, faultless defense against those bombs so you don't take as much chip. But when you do, you lose your solution to get in on justice. So it's possible that, maybe Slash could have done a force break drill travel. I forgot what that move's called for, that move. Maybe a force break that would be a good option to get around justice bombs. But if you've used your meter to faultless defense, you've lost that option. The Street Fighter 1 thing, I'll get to it. Fatal Fury 1, I'm not sure why people voted for that, but I had a lot of fun with it. For the most part, when I was throwing my controller around. But yeah, Fatal Fury 1 was cool. Art of Fighting 2, I'm not looking forward. I gave up on that one, because that was so hard. But we'll see, it looks like Melty Blood's going to win the poll this time. And Slash Gordon ends up winning 2-0. If you're interested in doing that poll, it's on Twitter. You can vote for which game I'm going to do up until Monday, I think it is. So let's go ahead and go to the brackets back again here. That was Slash Gordon versus Tronzilla. Slash Gordon ended up winning 2-0. Now let's see what we're going to have for our next match here. So we had Sanoshi and Aligari here. Like I said before, Sanoshi is she's our main Bridget player in the area. She hasn't been showing up to stuff much, so it was great seeing her again for this tournament. Of course, Bridget's most important feature is her yo-yo, or his yo-yo. Places it around the screen, and ends up putting it into certain positions to benefit him for things like Oki and mix-up, and continuing combos and stuff like that. There is a pretty cool unblockable setup you can do, where you do a high and low at the exact same time. And when you in this game, when you do high and low at the exact same time, one frame you have to block high, one frame you have to block low. Bridget has pretty low health. I don't think his low health is like top 5 worst, because if I recall, the order is Chip, Melia, Biken, Cliff, and then Dizzy. And I think that's the top 5 worst health in the game. Dizzy might be tied with Bridget. So that move right there, that really long range yo-yo. They're all yo-yos. It's like a kick on a yo-yo. It doesn't look like it does that much damage because the way it works, but if it counter hits you, there's a lot of really good setups you can get from that from a counter hit. Aligari using his level, oh, but misses the combo there. Still has full meter though. Charging up that meter. Still not in a good position. Ooh, good burst there. We were talking earlier about the few characters that can do a delayed wake up, and Bridget's the other one. It was Robo-Ky and Bridget. Bridget's actually places the yo-yo up on the screen though before he wakes up. The first point here goes to Sanoshi. Aligari's gonna have to win 2 in order to cover the distance here. I didn't notice the taunt either. I know that if you taunt at the end of a round when they still have a round next, you get 50% meter at round start. So, not if you do respect, only if you do taunt. So if you really, really want to taunt them, do a taunt at round end. Give them that handicap of an extra 50% meter. Good throw there. Love seeing air throws in this game. Alright, level 3, here we go. Wasn't able to do any more combo than that. I'm not sure if he could have done more, but I love seeing level 3 combos. They do a lot of damage. That's how he gets most of his damage. Nice air throw again. You know, when you fight Bridget, like if you're gonna fight Mahoko or something, you gotta be really on point with your air throws. Not just because like, okay, Bridget's gonna be in the air, so you can air throw Bridget, but also because Bridget's gonna be in the air and Bridget's gonna try and air throw you. So be really on point with how your air throws work and stuff like that. Get all that set up there. Here we go, level 3 combo. Can we get much off this? This is pretty good. Ended up hitting George there. Not George, Roger, right? George is from Rachel Alucard. George is the frog. That's right. Roger is the bear, and for Bridget. And Judge Gauntlet is Potemkin with his super armor punch. Heat Gauntlet, or Gauntlet Hades, is the Ragna one where he doesn't attack. See, there we go. That was the counter hit I was talking about. Okay, level 3. Right into an overhead. I always get hit by that overhead. Ended up bursting out of it. Good charge cancel and not get hit there. Here we go, overhead. Nice damage there. That's awesome. Ooh, a slashback, but all risk and no gain there. Alright, looks like Aligari's going to take it. It's now 1-1 here. Oh, George, yeah, I actually fixed that before we started. RS keeps going into the options on my console and changes the voice actor from Daisuke to George. So, I actually fixed that. I don't know if he noticed it this time. But this was the other console anyway, so this wouldn't have been the one he would have messed with. Oh, nice air throw. See, that's what I'm talking about. Bridget players really know their air throws because it's one of their greatest weapons. If they're always floating in the air and you get too close, bam, air throw. Keep an eye on Mahoko when Mahoko plays at CEO Taku next week. You're going to see a lot of air throws from Mahoko. He's really good at them. But mostly because he just loves to travel in the air, as a Bridget should. Building up some meter there. He's finally got level 3, so now he's going to be able to use it. If he can do it right, he can get a nice, awesome combo off that. Oh, that was a counter hit. Should be able to get some good stuff off of this. Pretty good damage there. Ooh, good old Fafnir. Good burst on Sanoshi's part, because that would have been it. 50% meter, you got to be careful on Wake Up. But that's it. Aligari's taking it 2-1 there. Looks like ending some of those processes ended up helping out. So, perfect. So let's go ahead and load up the next match here. Give me a second. First off, we got our bracket. That was Aligari and Sanoshi. Aligari ended up winning this one 2-1. I'm going to go ahead and queue up our next match here. This might be a duplicate from what we already saw, so I just want to double check it first before we move on to the next match. Alright, so this next match here is going to be myself, CFG versus Juno. Juno is our resident pot player. More of a combo-heavy pot player than like Mike Z's reliant on pot buster. Good cross up there with his jump D butt right there. Nice counter hit. Gonna lead to some good damage here. Didn't quite do my combo setup just right there. A lot of good damage. He's ready to dizzy me here. Not in a good position for me. There we go. Risky option to do that against Potemkin. Good dead angle on his part. Oh, I even Roman canceled. I should have blocked in the air, but I was already prepping the tatami mat, so I ended up getting hit from that. See, he could have just thrown me at almost any point there and gotten me. You know, I feel like I played really well last tournament. This tournament, not so well. I don't know what I was doing wrong here, but like right there, I shouldn't have waited there and thrown. He was clearly setting up a pop buster. He double jumped in the air so that the instant he landed, he could pop buster me. But I threw him, but it was way too risky for me to just stand there. I should have known better. So I ended up getting one round there. Pop Buster so much damage. It's gonna hurt in the corner here. Gonna heat extend and Roman cancel to do more damage, but didn't end up quite connecting. Nice dead angle again from Juno. I really gotta be careful those empty jumps he's doing, because it's clearly him setting up a pot buster. I mean, Potemkin busters aren't 360s motions in this game, but still, you know, you do it on the instant you land. Juno ends up taking the first game there. Yeah, one thing is I'm not very good at commentating my own matches, so just keep that in mind. I'm always looking and seeing like, wow, I could have done this, I could have done that, and trying to improve a little bit more on it. Setting him up in the corner. Nice counter hit. That's going to be good. I didn't have any meter to continue anything after that. He could beat me at any point here. It's Potemkin. He's got it just trying to escape. There we go. One round there against Juno. I shouldn't be doing this. It's so risky. I mean, I've succeeded 3 out of 3 times that I've noticed it so far. But he is purely just setting up to do a pop buster on his wake up. Like I said, sorry, I don't commentate very well against my own match. I'm just trying to watch, like, no, what am I doing? This was a horrible match. Just watching myself play here, I'm doing terrible. Like, it's almost shocking how bad I'm doing in this one. Maybe it was the stress of like running a 25-man tournament at the same time and getting things ready and stuff like that, but I mean, I should be able to bypass all of that. Oh, I remember. This was the one where like I got interrupted like 4 times in the middle of the tournament. Like people asking me who's going up next and so on. I remember this now, yeah. People telling me their scores while I'm in the middle of my match. Mike even came in, he's like, hey, I'm ready for my game now. And it's like, okay, Mike, thank you. You fight this guy, go over there on that station. I'm saying that while I'm playing. Can't blame it on that, because I'm TO, so I gotta be able to handle that kind of stuff. But man, I'm watching this, and I'm just shocked at how bad I'm doing. Like, I'm playing so badly. There we go. I just got enough meter to do another follow-up after that, but didn't end up doing it. Oh, it still ended up hitting me. I wasn't sure that would work. Alright, one more round here, and Juno would end up taking it if he wins. Good setup there. I knew I couldn't do a reset at that point. It's too far away. Well, I did shit. I don't normally talk about myself for these matches, but man, I did terrible. I just did really, really bad. But let's go ahead and update this bracket here. Juno versus CFG. Juno ended up winning 2-1. And let me queue up the next match here. Okay, so the next match is going to be Windyman versus Mike Z. This is where we left off when I realized I didn't quite have all the matches ready. But here we go. So Windyman needs to escape out of the corner here, or else he's toast. There's a lot of moves that Windyman has that are throw invul that he can use as Mei. Things that put you airborne, things that make you like the slide and stuff like that. So he does seem to like have a lot of tools to be able to get inside of Potemkin's face and not have to worry too much. Mei's health also isn't bad, unlike Baiken or Dizzy or some of these other characters. Nice cross-ups there from Mike. Kept doing it 3 times in a row, it looked like. Straight up into a wake-up pop buster. Now, when you wake up in this game, you have 6 frames of throw protection. And Mike knows exactly how long those frames are. So if he hasn't attacked you within 6 frames, that means he's going to throw you. And 6 frames is not a very long time. Nice finger flick there, but Windyman ended up attacking through it and clashing with Mike, getting him right there. It's now 1-1 for rounds. You know, one thing with Mike, people were saying he wasn't learning. I don't see that. Maybe that was the case a few years ago, but you see the way he treats people when they're jumping now. Like, he's going for those. It could be that maybe he's not learning, and maybe we've all improved. I don't think that's the case. I think we have improved, but I think that Mike's also learning. People don't give him enough credit, I don't think. And you need to give him a lot of credit because he does really, really, really well. I'm not just saying that because he beat me 50 times in a row. Good backdash there, beating Slide Head. Now, Slide Head has a nice, oh my god. Oh, that's painful watching this. Slide Head has two types of attacks. The one where if you're touching the ground, if you touch the ground, you get hit. And it's unblockable if you're touching the ground. So you have to make sure you're off the ground. If you're in the middle of your wake up, and you try holding jump, jump takes 3 frames for most characters. And he times it so that those 3 frames are while you're still holding up, so you're actually not going to work during jump. However, backdash is a much faster option than a jump. So oftentimes the only way to beat a Slide Head on your wake up is to backdash, because you're going to be in the air while you're backdashing. The other part of Slide Head is the physical hit. So if you're right in Potemkin's face and he has a Slide Head, he'll fall on top of you, and that's actually a low attack. It looks like it's high. It's actually a low. Mike Z ends up winning 2-0. Put this through here, and we'll update our bracket. So it's Mike Z versus Windyman. Mike Z ends up winning this one 2-0. Let's go and see who we got going on next year. So the story regarding this one here, it's Fifi versus DQRF. Story regarding this is DQRF decided to enter not as DQRF but as Leroy something, not Jenkins, Leroy Smith or something like that. And Reis decided, like, it's from the Boondocks, I think, the Boondocks anime show. And so so Reis, I think, decided to enter as Show Enough, which is also a reference from that. So I mixed their 2 names up on accident, and this is supposed to be Fifi versus Show Enough. I thought Show Enough was DQRF, so it's actually, this is a match where it's not actually part of the tournament, but it wasn't casuals either. So I'll update this real quick. We'll put this on here. It's worth watching. It's a really good match. Bruce Leroy and Show Enough. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so we got DQRF here playing Soul tonight. He's been playing a bunch of other characters, but he decided, you know what, this is the last time we're doing B-side, so he's going to pick Soul. Both of these are good players. Nice Roman cancel. So a good Soul, you know, would be somebody who would wait until they have 50% meter to just do a random Grand Viper, because if you whiff a Grand Viper or they block it, then you're just totally vulnerable unless you got Roman cancel. But a better Soul would be like, hey, they don't think I'm gonna do a Grand Viper, just raw, so I'm gonna do it. So that's the trick. That's why when you see like round start Grand Viper, it's the dumbest option, and it's also the best option. So, here we go. Just one more tab here, and he's got him. Just a tap. Ooh, nice Tiger Knee Dragon Punch from Fifi. Ooh, what a comeback there. And I'm taking the first round from Fifi. Juno, I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on whether you played well. I played like shit. And I mean, it wasn't your fault. You beat me. I'm just gonna say you beat me fair and square, man. I would say try and pop buster more, because I was not scared of you pop bustering me. I think I got hit by it once or twice, and that was about it. I don't mean to insult or anything like that, man. If you, you beat me fair and square, man. I'm not gonna say. I mean, I played terrible, but I'm not gonna blame anybody for me losing. I don't know, maybe I'm having like an Aligari complex about like, I think I'm just really bad and I'm doing a whole bunch of self-reflecting about how terrible I am, even though I'm a lot better than I give myself credit for. Maybe that's what's going on. Aligari is good, but man, you see Aligari after a loss, and he takes it like his whole platoon just died in a war or something like that. Like, he takes it so bad. But like, you look at last tournament for Aligari, and what we had here with B-Sides, he ended up getting to winners finals. So, you know, good shit on him. Also call it an Aligari complex. You know, you did well, but you think that you're terrible or something like that, even though you're not terrible, or you're at least better than you give yourself credit for. But anyway, DQRF took this one 1-0. Again, I told them this was their match that they're gonna do, and they played like it's tournament. And afterwards, I told them, "Good casuals, guys. It wasn't tournament," because it was just the wrong spot in the bracket. But it's still a good match worth watching. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. We've got a fair amount of Robo-Kys here in SoCal. We've got Fifi and we've got Aikido. Both are pretty good, and both you know are so unique in how they play too. That's gonna kill. You forget the rules of Guilty Gear, huh? I think I've just been playing a little too brain dead lately. Like, you know, playing on instinct and not really thinking too much while I'm playing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you know what you're doing, because you need to, you know, go Ultra Instinct Goku and just start, you know, if you reflect too much on what's happening, you're gonna react too slowly. So it's more like, hey, they did this, I know how to counter that, I do this without even really thinking about it. But maybe I'm doing that a little too much. I did spend I had today off from work, so I actually spent a lot of it in training mode. So I'm pretty glad about that. We still don't know who our opponents are going to be. Still don't know who our opponents are going to be in Sea Otaku yet. So we don't know who to practice against quite yet. Nice combo. I thought that was going to drop there for a bit. And got a clean hit off that, too. Going for those Sidewinder loops. There we go. Is this going to kill? Oh, nice. DQRF ends up taking that 2-0. And again, let's not update the bracket, because that wasn't even a real match. But they thought it was a real match, and that's what matters. But who's our next match here? Let's find out again. Alright, I remember now. So it ends up being the next match here is going to be DQRF versus Juno. So it was a neat little detour there. Yeah, you're going to see DQRF soul combos a lot. He's really good at it. You know, you got to get in those clean hits. And the way clean hits work in this game, let's change the score. The way clean hits work in this game is there's a clean hit box. So each opponent has a box where if you hit them in it with a move that gives the clean hit property, then they'll get clean hit. And that box shrinks smaller and smaller after each clean hit, or after each, like the longer a combo is, I forgot which one. So eventually it's impossible, like their clean hit just disappears or it becomes a pixel, I forgot which one. But eventually it's impossible. And so once it's impossible, then you can't do it anymore. But you're going to see him do a lot of really cool clean hit combos. And you have to know each character's clean hitbox to know exactly how high or low they can go. So these aren't... Every clean hit, like Sidewinder loop you see him do, every one of those is like character specific for where the distance and everything is. First round there goes to DQRF. Nice Sidewinder loop. It's probably easier to do this. 3, 4. So he did 4 clean hits on him there. Nice air throw. DQRF here also won Anime Ascension this year. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He got Evo top 8 this year. And he'll be at CEO Otaku. Nice throw there. I have no idea what he was doing there. The force break Sidewinder, or force break right on the ground there and landed. Okay, first point here goes to DQRF. Okay, bursting to keep Juno in the corner. Nice clean hit into another one. And didn't get a third clean hit there. Got the autocorrect on, oh, there we go. On Hammerfall. Nice Sidewinder. It's going to be a clean hit. Another clean hit there. Able to get another one. Third one. Man, slaughtering here. Or Juno. Juno has full meter. Not sure he'll really be able to use that here. Projectile just ended up sliding right in between the Gigantor mirror there. Gigantor mirror, even though it looks like it's a mirror, it won't actually reflect projectiles. Alright, gonna keep Soul in the corner here. Oh, we just ended up escaping. Ooh. Block that. Got another clean hit here. How many can he get here? That's 2. 3. Just 3 on him. Both have a lot of good meter here. DQRF's just kind of toying with them at this point, it looked like. He's just poking out a few things. Good gold burst there. Ooh! Hitting with a Heavenly Potbuster. Juno did have full meter during that gold burst, I just noticed. Nice Heavenly Potbuster again. Is that going to kill? Not quite. Heavenly Pot actually does less damage than a regular Potbuster, but unlike a regular Potbuster, you can actually actually hit them in the air. But there we go. So DQRF ends up taking that one 2-0. Go and queue up our next match after we check out the brackets here first. So it was DQRF versus Juno, and DQRF wins 2-0. Let's go ahead and update this and pull up our next match. Okay, so this next match is Fifi versus Reis. This is the one that should have happened. Well, we actually did the one against with DQRF there. You know, I want to see more Eddie in our tournaments. That'd be great. Kane should pick up Eddie. Eddie with all of his unblockable setups is really good. If you want to see more of those, check out Sunny's Kumite he did at EVO 2018. That was an awesome Kumite. I loved that one. So we got right here Fifi versus Reis. Reis, also known as Wing Zero. He's doing a name change here. Gets hit with the missiles on the way back. That's a good setup there. Throw up the up coin and then run up for a throw. Because they're been blocking the up coin the whole time. But if you see that, then what you want to do is jump up in the air and block the up coin. And don't forget the faultless defense in case he does like a misfinder or something like that. Nice missile there. Kind of a floppy missile, but whatever works. It's got his heat built up. There you go, just to exhaustion right before it exploded there. If he still doesn't have 25% meteor, just got it though. That was a nice TK and Senga Roman cancel into air dash. Definitely something to watch out for against Johnny. Counter hit on the coin there. Alright, first point there goes to Reis. Oh, yeah. Nice cross up there. It ended up not quite working as well as I think he intended it to, but still really cool looking on that one. A little too far for the up coin to really kind of hit during the cross up. So one thing that Johnny has to worry about is his coins. He still has 3 coins left. 2. He's using his coins pretty liberally in this part. 1 coin left at this point. You know, he's going to want to save it because he's going to use his level 2 into a combo that creates another level 2. Nice block on the burst there. Use his last coin, and that's going to kill. Oh, not quite kill. Can Fifi recover? Using a lot of good false defending here to prevent that. That's going to be some decent damage. Not too much, actually. Nice setup there. Just like that pixel of health left. One thing to consider with Robo-Ky is when he overheats, he actually takes some damage from his own explosion. But you can't kill yourself in this game. So if you take damage from that explosion, it won't kill you. Same with Robo-Ky's self-destruct super. That one does damage to you too once you explode, but it won't kill you either. Abba can't kill herself, and things like that aren't able to kill you. Ooh, end up missing with the 5D there. And I'm missing, blocked the 5D. Wing Zero, or Reis, still has full meter here. You know, he likes to save it for doing things like Killer Joker Transport FRC or Divine Blade FRC or whatever it is they're called. Saves it for those to make sure that they're safe. So if he does it in the air and you end up blocking or something like that, it's safe on there. Good command grab there from Fifi. Just about to overheat. He's in over 90% heat at that point. Okay, let off some steam. If he's trying to control the round now, Johnny does still have 50% meter. Not anymore. There we go. Man, what a setup. All right, and Reis ends up taking it 2-0. Let's go back and update our brackets here. So it's Reis versus Fifi. I have it right here, and Reis ended up winning 2-0. So in a moment here, we'll update the bracket and panels, and we all set. So there was a match that was off stream, or off recording, I guess. Maybe they didn't press the button. But it was Dyne versus Tofu. Dyne ended up beating Tofu 2-0. We'll go ahead and update this here. Our next match is going to be Dyne versus RS. Yes, Faust can blow himself up with his own bombs. It's true. Nice clean hit by RS. So I feel like pretty much every Soul player's hero is Kusoru. Like they watch Kusoru videos like, wow, that guy's so cool, I wish I could be like him. And then so they start picking up and trying to play like him. And Kusoru was the dumbest player ever. But because he was so like so genius that, you know, when you like if you hit 999 IQ and you try to go to 1000 IQ, it actually just cycles back up and just gets 0. Like that's Kusoru. Like 1000 points IQ, which really equals 0 IQ, right? He'd do the dumbest setups where it's like there's no reason somebody should do this, but it was also ridiculously hard. Like there's no benefit in doing 4 FRCs of this one move that doesn't do that much damage and not a great setup, but ends up just that's how you combo. And he could have gone for a better combo that was probably easier, but he did it and it worked and it killed. Kusoru is a god. But you'll see a lot of Soul players where the way they play is they specifically saw Kusoru do something really stupid and it was awesome, and so they try and do more of that. So you'll see that here with RS too. You'll notice he does a lot of that right there. The kick into FRC. And that's it's not a smart move, it's just him wasting meter, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Alright, RS takes the first game here from Dyne. Update the bracket here. Oh, we got Chakua. Chakua ends up giving him 100% tension pulse. It's possible it might be more than 100%. We haven't actually calculated it. But you'll see his tension meter is just flashing super fast. And that means that things that give him meter are going to give him a lot more meter much quicker. So like running forward gives you a lot more meter. This game's all about being aggressive. So if you're on the offensive, you're going to... Ooh, that was a nice combo there. If you're on the offensive, you're going to have a lot more meter to work with. And it tries to give you that kind of momentum. And it also gives that kind of drag too. If you start running away a lot, it'll give you negative penalty, where you'll end up losing all of your tension meter. It's called negative penalty in BlazBlue. It's called something else in here, I think. Negative warning. Ooh, just missed those meteors. See, look how much damage that super does. It really is a worthwhile super. Like, I've seen people say, oh, that super's pointless, don't do it. Because they could just possibly escape from it, so it's unreliable, so don't do it. But, like, look at that damage. You know? Unless you're fighting, you know, Potemkin with 50% meter, it's not... Losing it, the super, isn't really that big of a deal. Nice, end up winning that first round there for Dyne. So good job on that. Ooh, it's gonna hurt. It's taking poison damage during the whole combo. Look at that. Fun fact, in Guilty Gear 1, poison could actually kill you. And didn't go away when you hit your opponent. Good old jump H. Oh, I thought he was going to bounce him right into a mini Robo-Ky. For those of you who don't know the way items are for Faust in this one, mini Robo-Ky ends up switching directions to wherever the opponent is at when it falls and hits the ground. Ooh, can Dyne take this? He's just on the verge of getting it. Oh, ends up losing to RS right there. RS wins 2-0. It was RS versus Dyne. RS wins 2-0. And let's queue up our next match here. Alright, so this next match is going to end up being Mike Z versus Slash Gordon. So it's going to be good seeing this one. These guys have fought a lot in locals. Ooh. Took a lot of damage from that. Nice setups. Slash Gordon is so good with his Eno. Eno's inputs are so incredibly difficult to do. Not just from like the weird Chemical Love stuff, but just all sorts of different kinds of setups that Eno's got. The Chemical Love stuff is pretty rough. Really good way to tag a backdash there with the Potemkin 6H. Like I said, Mike Z's been getting a lot better over time here. That quick of a win. Mike Z already takes the first game here. So Chemical Love is half circle back forward and then a button. Slash for vertical and I think kick for horizontal. But there's ways where you can do Chemical Love in the middle of a dash. So you have to be inputting a weird input in order to do that. There's Tiger Knee Chemical Love stuff going on. All sorts of weird, crazy stuff that you have to deal with there. And then also FRCs where you're inputting it during an FRC input. So a ton of really cool combo setups there. Wow, another round right out. That was really fast. You gonna seal the deal this quickly? Good backdash. Eno seems like she'd be a really good counter pick against Potemkin. Because those Chemical Loves have really good range, she's got great mobility, and most of her mobility is in the air, which is a lot harder for Potemkin to deal with. He's got good air options, but they're not as strong as his ground options. He does have full meter. So there we go. Oh! You know, a burst is actually a good option to get out of Heavenly Potbuster if you do it early. So that might have been what he was going for, but Mike Z just ended up delaying it just perfectly. So we have Mike Z winning that one 2-0. So let's update this part of the bracket here. Mike Z versus Slash Gordon 2-0. And give me a moment here, we'll update our next set. Alright, so up next we've got Bang versus Red Witch. Bang's our resident Zappa player. Red Witch has been going back and forth between ABBA and I think Soul lately. But she's been sticking more with ABBA, so we'll see how well she's able to do with her. Red Witch is a good Skullgirls player. She comes from that crowd. Starting off with a 6H as ABBA. There's a very famous video of ABBA doing 6H round start, ends up dizzying Dizzy, who air dashed right into it, and then went straight into an instant kill right at the beginning of the round. So ABBA has some pretty cool Dizzy setups. If you want to see those, check out Evo 2017. Skeletal Minion entered that. And Skeletal Minion will be at CEO Taco this year too. Really looking forward to seeing Skeletal Minion again. It's going to be killer CEO Taku. Nice throw there. Didn't quite set up into the command grab. The setups aren't as simple as they used to be for from Accent Core. The command grab on OTG setups like they used to be. Red Witch needs to switch sides, get into that Maroha mode. Got Ral on the board. That could be it. You know, if you've got Meter and you've got Ral, Roman cancel. Do last dead guy, Roman cancel, last dead guy, Roman cancel, last dead guy. And they're probably already dead by that point. Nice try on the command grab, but it was a little too far away. That command grab actually is a hit if it's not close enough. So you can still hit them. But if it's close, it'll be unblockable. Nice dash in, but still isn't able to get a grab to switch to Maroha mode. Wow. That banana peel combo right there. That was something. Just banana peel into banana peel. So, Bang's already got the balls to do another row here. But does he have the balls to do another row? He can desummon whatever he's got summoned by using Zappa's Super or Force Break. There we go. And that's it. Bang's gonna take that game. Got one more here that Bang needs to win. Yeah, Red Witch not doing blood packs or any sort of setup to get into Maroha mode. She hasn't entered it once. You got 3 blood packs for a reason. It feels like if you haven't used all 3 of them by the time you win the round, you haven't really been using them right. Like, you've got that far distance, use your blood pack, you know? The way Abba works is in her Maroha mode, she's pretty much the best character in the game. Not pretty much, she is the best character in the game. And then when she's in normal mode, she's the worst character in the game. And you switch back and forth, but while you're dealing damage with Maroha mode, you're also dealing the same amount of damage to yourself. And if you yourself transfer back, you recover that health back at certain different values. So, for example, if you do it with a blood pack, you gain 80% of that health back, I think. If you do it with the command grab, you gain 120% of that health back that you dealt to yourself. And if you use Abba's Super to go into Goku Maroha mode, you gain that health back like you would have with a blood pack, so it's 80%. Because you use a blood pack to go into that mode. Yeah, the transformation loop isn't quite like it used to be, if I recall. Because I remember seeing people, you know, do a combo that transforms them out of Maroha mode, and then they continue comboing and finish the combo with another throw that transforms them out of Maroha mode, or back into Maroha mode. I don't think it's quite that simple anymore, as far as Abba's concerned. There were a lot of really cool combos that Abba had. She was really awesome combo setups, like with her what's that, deletion? The one where she has those orbs on the side. Those orb combos were cool. I loved watching that stuff. Thing just needs one little hit here. There we go. One hit and Bang's gonna take this 2-0. Let's go back to our brackets. And if we edit this, we have Bang winning against Red Witch 2-0. update our side panel here, and we'll get started. Okay, up next we've got JMZ and Weatherbee. JMZ, interesting story with him was he was at EVO 2017, and he'd entered Guilty Gear. And at the time, we only allowed registration from Smash GG. We didn't allow any on-site registration. So JMZ entered, but then he, got drunk the previous night, was partying, didn't wake up until really late, and just got DQ'd. So Skeletal Minion was there, and Skeletal Minion did not register on Smash GG, and he really wanted in. So the TO allowed Skeletal Minion to take JMZ's place, and Skeletal Minion actually ended up winning the whole tournament at EVO. So if you still look today at those Smash GG brackets, it says JMZ got first place at EVO 2017. So you got EVO 2017 champion here, JMZ, versus Weatherbee. So yeah, Weatherbee, he really likes Goku Moroha. So he'll transform into Moroha. He'll do a whole bunch of stuff until his timer starts getting a little bit low. If he's got 50%, he'll combo into Goku Moroha, or he'll set up some sort of frame trap into Goku Moroha and then start all over again. Goku Moroha will reset your timer, and it will also heal the double edge mode that you had from before. Just, of course, make sure you transform back out. Does cost a blood pack to go into it as well. Nice transformation there. Gets him out of the corner. Not really a good position for Weatherbee to have him. But Goku Moroha is really, really, really good. You got, when you're in that mode, just be in their face, apply pressure, do all sorts of stupid, crazy, awesome moves that you've got. Donzai is powerful. Make them scared of you, Weatherbee takes that first point. Yeah, she really is the best character in the game once she has that mode. This mode right here. You just gotta be oppressive with it. It's such a great rushdown. It's strong rushdown, strong damage, strong options, like all your moves. You've got a ton of great buttons and stuff going on. She's really fast, but it's a double-edged sword. If you get knocked down, you can get instant killed. If you don't transform back out fast enough, you lose all that health, and you have to transform back out. So it's dipping into the cosmic energy to get awesome, but don't get so much into it that you disintegrate into existence, kind of thing. So another round here by Weatherbee. Nice setup with the 6H. Round start. He is almost dizzied. One good secret with Abba, she's actually really, really good at dizzying opponents. You go for dizzy damage specifically. That was one thing you saw Skeletal Minion do a lot of. He would dizzy a ton of people and just instant kill them in the middle of a tournament. Just like, oh, you're dizzied, instant kill. So normally you're used to instant killing Abba because of the timer setups. But you just kept instant killing everybody else. So it was definitely pretty wild. Watching Skeletal Minion play was amazing. Like I said, I'm really excited to see him again at EVO. Nice air throw by JMZ there. Tying the match up here, or the game up. Oh, nice jump H. Order Soul jump H is so good. Just that strong punch straight down. Great angle. Order Soul has a very unique jump angle because he jumps a little bit shorter. And so you'd think like, oh, that's bad because he has fewer options. But really, it's kind of like the perfect height for things like air throwing your opponents. All the way up to level 3. I feel like with a lot of the characters that have that item management, like blood packs or with coins, they give you the perfect amount. 3 blood packs is perfect. Not too many, not too few. Just enough for you to have to think about using a blood pack. If you had 4, you wouldn't think about it. You just always use blood packs. Just enough. And it's an uneven amount, too. So if you use 1 to go in and use 1 to go out, and then you use 1 to go in, then you have to escape by using a command grab, you know? So it's kind of like the perfect amount. And with Johnny, I always see him kind of running out just around the end of the round. That could be manufactured, you know? It could be like Johnny players specifically doing that and thinking about it, but... Anyway, we got Weatherbee winning right here. So 2-0 Weatherbee. Let's update our brackets here. As Weatherbee versus JMZ, Weatherbee ends up winning 2-0. And let's see what we got going on next. So, pretty sure this next match is going to end up being Juno versus Stuff on loser's side. I haven't seen Stuff play this character, so maybe he's learning something new, but let's go ahead and update this. Give me a moment. So Juno is on the right playing Mint Potemkin. Like I said, I've never seen Stuff play play Testament. Nice punch mashing there. Now, Testament has a lot of really great options in order to beat Potemkin. I'm not sure Stuff knows too well about Testament. Like I said, I haven't seen Stuff play as Testament. Nice butt slam there. Both characters have a lot of meter. I'm not even sure this is Juno. I don't think Juno, I don't think I've seen him do that kind of gigantic combo. But it wouldn't be Mike. Getting Testament off in the corner here. Okay. I just don't remember seeing you do that combo. But Mike doesn't play Mint Potemkin, so it's definitely not Mike, and it wouldn't be. I'm just not used to seeing Stuff play Testament. He usually plays Dizzy. That was kind of neat slide head autocorrect there. So Juno just playing it safe against all those traps and things like that. Got a lot of meter to work with, just kind of wiggling them into the corner there. There we go. This is going to be a ton of damage. Oh, maybe not. There we go. This should kill. Ooh. You saw Juno do a force break aerial pop buster there, but it didn't work because he did burst just at the right time. Another attempted an aerial pop. I was sure it was a Tiger Knee aerial, but didn't connect just because Testament didn't jump. But still really cool seeing Tiger Knee setups like that. Nice sled head there. Hit by both nets. He had to have known those nets were there. I think he was trying to hit them, but just wasn't quite in range of that. One tap here, and Juno's going to take it. There we go. First point goes to Juno. Yeah, I could tell. That was actually 2 points for Juno. I didn't update the first one there. Let's go back to our brackets and see if we can update this here. That was Juno versus Stuff, and Juno winning 2-0. Pull up our next match. Okay, so this next match is going to be Hursh versus Weatherbee. Looking forward to seeing some Hursh play here. Yeah, you know what? I think your match wasn't recorded. I think I remember talking to you about you guys not recording it or something like that, right? So sorry about that, Aligari. I'm trying to record every single match because we've got 2 Avermedias, so there's no point in me missing anybody's match now. But sometimes there's things like, you know, I am trying to consistently press record button on all of them and stuff like that, and then things get de-recorded and stuff happens there too, so. I wanted your match on there for sure. Yeah, Hursh is he's also an Xrd player. Pretty strong Venom, both in Xrd and in +R. He actually runs a lot of Xrd stuff. So mad respect to Hursh for that. Nice guard cancel. Right when she was waking up. So you could tell when Abba's going to be vulnerable because her meter's out. So that she can't block anything that's coming up there. A lot of people try and use that to actually set up an instant kill. But you knew he was just going to kill with another ball there. So he did the void ball. Ooh, slowing down the ball there. Kind of a neat trick. Abba going back on the offensive finally, but still ends up taking a hit to the face there. One more round and Hursh will take it. Oh, I didn't think that would bounce a third time there. I don't know why I didn't think that. Weatherbee did use all of his blood packs to get out and back in. So it means no more Goku Moroha mode for him. Does have full meter. Gonna be able to use it on like force breaks or something. Nice slow ball there. That's gonna be it. Hursh ends up taking that one 2-0. Let's go back to our brackets here. So it's Hursh versus Weatherbee. Hursh ends up winning 2-0. Let's see which one we're going on next here. I think Aligari's match might still be up here because I wasn't. It was a match that looked like it was DQRF versus Diar, but I don't think it was. We'll figure all this out here. Yeah, I don't have Discord open, so I can't ping Aligari. I know he was just watching. So, both of them backing up a little bit to start. Nice attacks in there. Aligari keeping Dyar in the ropes. Stuck in the corner there. Yeah, so it looks like we actually have the match for you here. Sorry about that. There was another match on there. It looked like it was DQRF versus Dyar. So I was like, oh, well, damn, I guess it wasn't recorded. But that was a nice throw tech right there, too. Aligari just getting out of the corner just to get back into it, but that's okay because he did a good combo there. You can see him jump up and instantly go into Faultless Defense. He does have full meter and level 3, so he can easily seal the deal with one hit. This should be it. Watch out for burst, but he got it. No burst going on. Hey, Tronzilla, how's it going? This was a pretty long tournament, and we got it done mostly on time. There was a little bit of streaming at the end there, but on time meant putting both of them on at the same time, both AverMedias. Since we're watching both of the matches today, it's gonna go on kind of for a long time tonight. So, gotta watch out with Ino on her wake up when she's got meter, because I see both Slash and Dyar do that super on her wake up. You just gotta be careful about that. What's this bear stuff? Is that like some Smash Brothers term? You and your hares and your bears and your nares. Ooh, not quite getting in range with that gunflame there. Good FRC point. You see him do that a lot. Charge cancel FRC. Up to level 3. Oh, but ends up missing it. Could have a way to recover it just to get level 2, but not enough time for it. Nice attack in that window there. I thought you were going to get hit for sure doing that. Up to level 3. Ooh! Hit on the way back down, but not able to convert off of that. Stuck in the corner. Good use of dead angle. Very good use of dead angle. Ooh, ooh. Bad guess there. Dyarns have taken one game. Aligari probably reflecting right now. I can see him right now. Hands on his head, thinking about the whole match. There we go. I've heard of that. You know, it's called face-to-foot style. Able to get one level there. There we go. Up to level 3. Nice block. That's exactly what I was talking about. You can tell Aligari learned that fast because he got punished last time Dyar did a super on Wake Up. So he was assuming it was going to happen again and he blocked it. So fooled him once and then learned right from there. So very good adaptation on there from Aligari's side. Keeping him in the corner. You want to keep Ino in the corner because if she's got you in the corner, it's just a whole bunch of 50-50 guessing. Good setup there. One hit and he's got it. Oh, ooh. Didn't quite convert there. There we go. That's a kill. That's the second one. If face-to-foot style doesn't work, you try nuts to your fist style. Alright, it's now 1-1. Let me update the score. A nice charge right there. Got up to level 3. Not quite in range to convert off the second hit of level 3 Grand Viper. Block the dead angle. Good shit. Okay, stuck in a corner here. Not a good position. Aligari can't dead angle either. 1 round kill there. 1 more round and Dyar ends up taking it. Good blocks from Dyar the whole way through. Aligari accidentally switching sides. But not a big deal here. Able to get out of it. Man, those 50-50s are rough. Oh, just dashed over the Fafnir. Very Eno thing to do against Order Soul. Aligari quickly eating up a lot of his meter, just trying to be safe. Trying to get a few pokes out there. He's only got 25% left now, though. But that's enough for a Fafnir. Can he do something? Jumps right into Chemical Love, and Dyar ends up taking it. 2-1. Let's update these brackets here. I didn't update them before, right? Yeah, there we go. Look, they're not updated. Perfect. Okay, Dyar, 2-1. Let me queue up the next match here. Give me a moment. We got Red Witch versus Fifi. Best song here. Best song below Under Construction. Under Construction's number 1. Holy Orders question mark number 2. Simple Life number 3. We had somebody in the Guilty Gear Discord talking about Simple Life vocal version recently. And man, those English vocal versions are something. If you've never heard them, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, because they are horrible. One of my favorite songs in the game, Midnight Carnival, has a terrible translation, like the guy, or terrible vocalization. It's like the guy's trying to be as edgy as hell about like murder and death and how cool they are or something. It is so bad. They're all on YouTube. You can check those out. Okay, Red Witch still has full meter here. Nice sweep. Danzai into Force Break Danzai. That was a pretty cool setup, actually. Getting hit with the projectile. Fifi ends up taking the first round there. Gaining some meter there with his launch pad. Not sure exactly what Fifi's trying to go for. Nice command grab. Didn't do the super follow-up I usually see. Another command grab. Tiger knee into FRC. That was a pretty cool looking combo there. Man, I don't think I've seen something like that. I've seen some of that startup, but that whole thing comboed. So pretty cool there. 1 point for Fifi. Alright, got a counter hit in the corner there. Red Witch could have used that throw as a setup for a going into Maroha mode. That is one of the ways to do it. You throw, and then you can, I forget if you dash afterwards, and you can go into Maroha. Just from command grabbing them. Because again, you don't have to be that close, it just has to hit. Even if it's an OTG hit, it counts. Using a blood pack, getting in with Maroha mode there. If you take another round, just one more round here, and Fifi's going to take this game, or this match. Interesting setups there with Abba, but still, you know, she's not going into Maroha mode. You gotta go back and forth in that mode. It's the only way to be successful with Abba. There we go. Use the blood pack. That's good. Don't be so sketchy with Abba in Maroha mode. Her buttons are gonna beat most other people's buttons. Run in there, do you know, do Danzai, do 3H, do a lot of that kind of stuff. And you'll deal a ton of damage against them. But that's gonna be it. Robo-Ky, Fifi ends up taking the first, ends up taking it right here. So let's go ahead and update our bracket. That was Fifi versus Red Witch. Fifi wins 2-0. And give me a moment to queue up the next game. Okay, his next game is going to end up being Morgan versus Sanoshi. Like I said, Morgan's our a Eunice player. Shows up a lot at Salty to play Eunice with people. He's been picking up Soul, mostly because Soul's got a Dragon Punch. And if you know how the kind of basics of the game, then and pretty much with basics of most fighting games, you're able to utilize Soul at a decent pace. So you just learn his moves, and you could use what you already know from like a lot of other games. Sanoshi trying to keep up the pressure. You could definitely tell the skill she's gotten there with the FRC points. Trying to get in some counter hits with her, what's that, Fares. Now, Bridget, because her H button is tied to the yo-yo, it's got a bunch of weird setups that you have to worry about. Things like if you're doing slashbacks or dead angles and it's out, you know, it's something you have to kind of just be aware of. Nice air throw. Again, you see Bridget do a lot of good air throw stuff. Because she's in the air so much, you gotta know how to do those air throws really well. You know, at one point I was testing every move to see, or a lot of moves, to see which ones would work as cross-ups in the corner. So like if I'm flush in the corner and somebody tries to do a move on me, what will cross me up? And it sounds like you shouldn't get crossed up, and I think it only works on the right side, not the left side. But I remember losing a tournament in Accent Core Vanilla against Mike Z because the Mega Fist, well, the finishing hit was a Mega Fist where I was flush in the corner and he did Mega Fist on me, and it ended up crossing me up in the corner. So I ended up losing because of that, and it was just knowledge I wasn't aware of. So I went to test all the moves that would work where if you got hit in the corner with them, they would still cross you up. Mega Fist is one of them. Maze Dolphin, the charge down up dolphin, is one of them. And when I tried it with Bridget, Bridget's starship ended up being one of them. And I put that down on my list, and then afterwards when I went to replicate it, I couldn't get it to happen again. So maybe I just messed it up and Starship's not actually like that. Or maybe I was just doing it wrong the second time. Good setups there, right into an overhead. Nice setup there. Look at these setups, really cool. Morgan's actually holding his own. Nice Roman cancel, but didn't block after it. It's the point of Roman cancel. You want to go straight no block, and if you see it, they're not attacking you, then you can do an attack, but you gotta block first. At least if you're doing a Roman cancel after Grand Viper. Nice counter hit. Didn't hit him with Riot Stomp, though. Nice throw from Sanoshi's side. Just gonna get some good traps going on. I'm not gonna let him jump out of the corner there. Oh, didn't quite work as well as he was hoped. Got knocked right out of Dragon Install. You know, they say there's 4 installs in the game between characters. There's Dragon Install, there's Goku Muroha, there's Omega Shift for Justice, and then there's the Explosion Super for Robo-Ky. They say only 2 of them are worthwhile, and that would be Robo-Ky's and Abba's, because the other 2, when you recover, you lose all of your meter, and you also have like a bad recovery animation as well. Sanoshi ends up winning this one 2-0 against Morgan. Let's see what we're going to have up next. Okay, so our next match is going to be Weatherbee versus Tofu. Before I get started with this match here, though, it's about that time of night. I got an energy drink because I'm going to be up late tonight doing this whole stream. I want to make sure I have the energy to be able to do it and not fall asleep or just even kind of have lack of energy to be able to talk to you guys. But tonight, I ended up getting, what's this? Rockstar Baja Mango Energy. It's backwards. You can't see it very well, but it's Rockstar Baja Mango Energy. What does it have in here? Guarana, B vitamins, taurine, and caffeine. Not very much caffeine, only 160 milligrams. Probably not all that good for me as far as like all those weird things are concerned, but let's see how it tastes. Oh, actually not bad at all. That's pretty good. Not that much caffeine, so we'll see how well it works. It's probably for the best, to be honest, because it's a big can. But anyway, we got Weatherbee and Tofu. Tofu's been showing up more and more to these. And he plays Bridget as well. You get to see more Bridget going on. You know, it was great just seeing everybody again showing up for this tournament for, like I said, 25 entrants tonight. Really, really awesome turnout. I love you guys showing up to this kind of stuff. It's so cool. We are still going to keep doing these tournaments. It's just not going to be at Super Arcade. We've got 3 other venues that we're running stuff at pretty much at this point. We've got Salty over at Game Realms, which we've always been running. We had been doing stuff over at Worlds Collide. It kind of died down after EVO, but that was mostly because we were kind of busy with other stuff that was going on also. So we will be picking stuff back up at Worlds Collide. I'll be putting up the schedule for that if you pay attention to schedules on the Discord. But also, I've been trying to see about bringing more of this over to Danger Time, which has a lot of extra players. So I'm going to try and get more of this in going in over at Danger Time. And maybe even a different setup or a different day, too. There's actually a lot of potential venues and stuff going on. So just because this last B-Sides doesn't mean it's going to be our last big Guilty Gear tournament or anything close to like that, or Guilty Gear's dead in SoCal. We were doing Guilty Gear+R way before Super Arcade came out. We're going to keep doing it afterwards. So it was a nice venue being able to do it there, but not the end of the world for us. So you could tell that Tofu there was doing some Starship delay cross-ups. So you'll do Starship in the air trying to cross them up while you're landing down there. You also want to do, like there's the force break attacks where the bear, Roger, ends up falling down and then hits low at the bottom. While he's hitting low, you can do it overhead and do an unblockable setup there too. Alright, around there for Tofu. You know, as Bridget, you really want to push yourself in the air. Make sure that, you know, your opponent has to reach up to get you. You are oppressive in the air more than they are, usually. Use it to set everything up behind them, get your attacks in, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that was pretty interesting there. Ended up gold bursting through Danzai, so Danzai kept going on. Weatherbee just about to end out of meter, but ends up going into Goku Muroha mode. Run up throw, very cool setup. Run up throw is powerful. Just about to be out of meter. I think it's going to kill just before it gets there, though. So 1 point there for Weatherbee. Nice setup there. Doing the slide into a throw. Very classic setup. Danzai only getting one hit in. So, again, the way Weatherbee likes to play, and it's not a bad way at all. It's predictable, but man, is it successful. Go in there, go into Muroha mode, try and get as much meter as you can, and then before your meter runs out, go into Goku Muroha mode, like that. Extend your time, get your health back, start it all over again, and then just make sure you use a blood pack to get out. Gotta get out of that meter. There you go. Good use of that. Still has one more blood pack left. Like I said, 3 feels like the perfect amount that you would do if you were making this game. Danzai, man. Danzai's so powerful. 2 hits. Super armor. All that kind of stuff. Good blocks there by Weatherbee. Still setting more stuff up, trying for him to... Oh, got knocked down. Knockdown takes a ton of meter, I think about 25%. One more knockdown and Weatherbee's open for a combo. Definitely time to switch over. Perfect. Throw into a corner. Now... You see here, sure you can wait for your meter at the bottom, but there's another timer to look for, and that's your health. Weatherbee barely took damage there, but because you're taking health at the same time too, your health could be a bigger risk than just your meter. So make sure you switch out before your health is low. Because you gain that health back when you switch out the good way, which would be either a blood pack or a command grab. Good block there. Weatherbee going to Goku Muroha. Very good in vulnerability at the start of Goku Muroha, and it can be used for combos and stuff like that too. Really good move on startup, and it gives you an awesome install. No health here. Weatherbee has literally 1 hit point. Good use of that. Good. That blood pack saved his life. Ooh, that was not intentional. Lost all of his meter that he had there. He had 50%. Not in a good position for Weatherbee. But a throw ended up killing it. Weatherbee's going to take that one 2-0. Update our brackets here. That was Weatherbee versus Tofu 2-0. Let me queue up our next match. We'll get that one going. Okay, we've been waiting for this one for a while. It's Devita versus Bang. Devita was busy in the Vampire Savior tournament, so he couldn't have done this match until just now. Devita, very good Vampire Savior player. Very strong Guilty Gear player, too. Always making top 4 and all that kind of stuff here whenever he enters. Making grand finals sometimes. Really, really, really good player. Good blocks. Didn't go for the follow-up, because he knew it would have been unsafe. Bang trying to just play it cool, just get those projectiles in, get those curses in, be as annoying as possible. That super's gonna hit, but barely any damage because it didn't do all the hits, just the last one. Devita not in a good position, or sorry, Bang not in a good position. Lost that sword pretty quick. Zappa's got 6 orbs. Gonna need 2 more, which you can get very fast with sword, which he wasn't able to use. Devita putting on that pressure, man. Slayer pressure and frame traps and stuff like that. If you're blocking Slayer, you're in a tough spot. Slayers all want to just kind of change up their positioning on how they're doing their attacks and stuff like that. Very hard to guess what a Slayer player is doing. Got a banana peel, nice. Got 1 good curse there on Devita. Curses are really annoying. You start setting stuff up, and all you know, there could be a rock on its way to hit you. It's a force breaking right into that banana peel from before. Man, that was funny. There we go. 1 kill for Devita. Ooh, good burst there by Bang. Devita wasn't doing a combo, but he was doing a setup. So a lot of that's an overhead. A lot of Zappa setups or attacks happen to be invincible on startups, like the summon with the centipedes is invincible on startup. Got a dog sandwiched in between the dog, not a good position. Ooh, lost the dog there. Force break getting it in there. Nice, cool setup there. This could be it. Not quite, not quite. Be careful. Nice throw. Very good air throw there. One round goes to Bang. Yeah, Zappa's sword in plus R is very hard to deal with. Even worse than... his sword's always been one of the most tough ones to deal with. But his sword works very differently in plus R than it used to. Now the sword kind of just stays where it went. And you can make it like it's a zoning tool. Those ghosts are really good when you know how to use them, though. You can get some really good damage with exploding ghosts. You get one curse on them and you just keep running away. There's a lot of good setups with those ghosts as well. Everybody remembers the sword as being the most annoying one to deal with, though. Sword's also really good at generating orbs. Gets orbs very quickly. Nice throw. Kind of tough to be with because you know Bang could just do his summon and have an invincible startup at any time. Bang knew that, Devita knew that, and so they're playing mind games at that point. Another curse going on. So unlike Axe and Core Vanilla, curses in this game don't stack, so you can't get 3 curses on one target. But you refresh the curse, so it starts back from the beginning, and you still get those rocks, banana peels, and flower pots falling on top of them. So it's even more important to get those other attacks done with the ghosts, like the forward punches, the explosions and stuff like that going on too. Devita ends up taking it 2-0. Go back on our brackets here. We can update this. This was Devita vs Bang 2-0. Regarding winner's side, we're now on top 12. We already did one of those top 12 matches. Let's see what's going up next here.